Manchester United's youth academy and reserves, right? I'm going to talk a little bit about them. Now, this pre-season, we've seen a number of players get shoehorned onto the pre-season tour from the reserves and the Manchester United academy. We saw two players, Mason Greenwood and James Garner, from the under-18s go on tour, and a number of other players from the under-23s also go on pre-season tour. Now, Manchester United have obviously brought them back into the under-18s and under-23s respectively this coming weekend. We saw on Friday night that most of the players were obviously back in the academy, apart from a couple of players, Fosu Mensah and Axel Tuanzebe, who have gone out on loan. Now, in the under-18s, Mason Greenwood has gone back into the under-18s, and we're seeing James Garner go up into the under-23s. Hopefully he can learn from the likes of Michael Carrick and Kieran McKenna in the first team coaching staff, and hopefully that he can get a number of appearances in and around the training squad with the first team. And there's not too many other players I would expect Manchester United to shoehorn into the first team reckoning at any point in this season, but a number of them may train with the first team. Also, Ethan Hamilton could train with the first team and may at some point get an appearance on the substitutes bench at some point later on in the season, but really it's only them, that the main three, Mason Greenwood, Taith Chong and Angel Gomes, that I expect could potentially feature at some point for Manchester United this season. I think Mason Greenwood at this moment in time is probably ahead of Angel Gomes in terms of his development. Okay, he's younger than Angel Gomes, and Angel Gomes has featured for Manchester United in the under-23s more regularly. Obviously, Mason Greenwood hasn't as yet, but I think he's a very tall lad, Mason Greenwood, and he's performing probably at a higher level at this moment in time than Angel Gomes. I think Angel Gomes might take a bit longer for him to perform regularly in the first team when given an opportunity. I think Mason Greenwood might find his path through to the first team a bit quicker than Angel Gomes, but still only 16, Angel Gomes, but a fantastic prospect there. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions regarding the youth team, I'll try to answer them. If you want to know more about anything Manchester United related youth. Now, I only watch the games on MUTV like most fans do. I don't go to these particular youth team games, but I do try and hear insights into the Manchester United youth. And I know a lot of people are disheartened that maybe Jose Mourinho might not give many youth team players a chance, but he's given Scott McTominay and Andreas Pereira a chance, both in the first game of the Premier League season. So I think if you're good enough, you will get a chance. And these three, Chong, Gomes and Greenwood, are all absolutely smashing it at youth level at this moment in time. And I believe if they continue to smash it, it's only a matter of time before they're more regularly involved in the first team. And if they can train with the first team on a number of occasions this season and get a few cameo appearances from the substitutes bench, then I think it does bode well. It certainly will. If Manchester United are winning games on a regular basis, that is when it becomes a bit easier. And if Manchester United get, as I say, lesser opposition in the League Cup and are winning maybe 2-3-0 going into a second half, then it does make it a bit easier to integrate a couple of youth players into a game, rather than if you're performing badly like we were in previous seasons. Then you don't want to be having to bring players in to these sort of games when you're not performing well. You might only be scraping them sort of 1-2-0. You want to be bringing them in, sort of integrating them a bit easier into the game when you're winning a bit easier, like we did bringing Angel Gomes on against Yeovil Town last season when I think we were 2-0 up at the time, and he got the final 10-15 minutes of that game, and we did actually happen to win it 3-0. It's a bit easier when you're winning and the confidence is flowing to bring these players on, and it does give them more of an opportunity to maybe impress if you're on the attack, if you're confident and you're scoring goals. Anyway, thanks for watching that. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.